Hey, 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 friends. I have a confession. I don't like setting goals. Oh my God, did she just say that? Yes, I did. In fact, I would consider myself anti-goal setter. So what does that mean? I mean, how do you possibly have a life or run a business if you don't set goals, right? Well, let me tell you that it's taken me many, many years to actually figure out a strategy that really works for me. My husband is a major goal setter. So if he doesn't have his goals written down by January 1st, it is like you need to stop the clock here, and all the other things that are happening need to just be put down until those goals are set. So let me tell you, as an inspired, multi-passionate entrepreneur, it's really challenging because I get interested in a lot of things along the way and we get distracted. And so what happens is the goals that I thought I wanted to do 4 months later, not so interesting anymore. So here's what I've had to do. Instead of setting a goal, let me just go back a little bit. What I've learned is that there are really two types of people: destination people and journey people. If you're a destination person, you love goals, right? You set them up, you do them, and then you're like, oh, look at this, I accomplished all the things. And if that's what you're already doing and you're very successful, keep doing that. That's a strategy that works for you. But if you're more of a journey person like I am, what happens is we like the stops along the way. So, I'm driving down to Florida and we stop for ice cream. And then we find out that there's like a llama farm down the road and we should go check it out. And suddenly the journey becomes part of the whole process. I'll get there eventually, but right now the stops are along the way are just as exciting and fun. And they might lead us to the next thing. You just never know. So for me, I'm all about possibilities, things that are just going to continually offer options. Now, sometimes taken too far, it can be a little, hard to manage, like going to the bread aisle. I just want some bread. How do I pick, right? So sometimes more options are not great. But for people like us, we like going with the flow and flying by the seat of our pants. So what do you do in that circumstance? How do I navigate it? This is how I do it. My goal is really my mission in life. So every day I get up and I want to be happy and grateful, feel joy in my heart. I want to serve others, and then I want to go to bed and wake up and do it again. And the next day, I just want to have more joy and more money in my bank account. So that's everything that I do. I want to get up, and that's never going to change. It's always going to be that way. And now what I do is I plug projects inside of that lifelong mission that continues to add to how I'm going to get there, and how that's going to show up may be different. So there are some really interesting strategies that you can do. One of them is, I'm just going to plug myself right now. I don't know if this is backwards, but this is called the Inspired Planner. If you've ever struggled with trying to keep a planner at the end of December and you're like, I didn't get anything done again, and now I feel bad about myself. Well, that's not a strategy that works, right? Stop doing that. Start doing things that are better for you and get you going ahead. This is available on Amazon, but I'm thinking of doing a live session because I really want to share this with people that struggle with, as we round up the end of the year, how am I going to, set my goals again? And then I feel bad about it. Never feel bad about yourself again, ever. There is a way to do this and feel successful and really get a number of incredible projects done. In fact, inside of this is you want to collect all of the projects that you're doing, because when I started this process, I realized as I was counting up all of the projects I had completed, man, oh man, so many amazing things. But it didn't line up with the original goals I had written down January 1st. And so that's what I'm talking about. If you are being led by your intuition and the interest that things that pop up for you along the way, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? You just think differently. And people that tell you to just pick a goal and run toward it, if that's unfulfilling for you, there is another way to do it. So if you're interested, comment now or leave a comment later if you're watching it later. If you would be interested in hearing the process, and I might just set up a date to show you how I use this process. I do have a digital download that you can have as well. You don't have to get it printed, but then you don't have to use the toner. I respect the toner, right? You don't want to blow your toner. And there are some other strategies that I can show you that I use as well that really help me stay on track. Besides the projects, there are strategies like metrics. I'm looking at my own little I keep it handy. I know it sounds silly, but instead of taping my goals up, I have metrics. What are the roles I have in my life? Wife, mother, entrepreneur, like business owner. And what are the goals inside of that? Meaning, how do I want that to look? And what's a metric of success? So that is something I can strive toward. And it's always going to be something that's practical and tangible. Like, with my kids, or, earning, I'd like to continue earning passive income. And so what are the things that I do to continue to have that happen? As a mom, what do I want for my children? I want them to have a variety of experiences. So how does that look? Well, that's 3 or 4 things outside of our family time together per week. So it could be, hockey lessons. It could be a walk. So there's a whole bunch of things we can do inside of that. But that's just a simple way. You may call it a goal. But again, the mission in life for me, and it may be similar for you, is I want to get up happy and grateful every day and joyful. I want to serve people inside of that and my skills and talents and how I can use that. And I want more money in the bank every day as a result. So the projects, the results, the path, it's going to look different, and I'm not attached to it anymore. And doing so has allowed me to really lean into that inspired, intuitive nature. And as a result, I have greater impact, I get more accomplished, and I have more projects that lead me down a more joyful journey every day. So that's the quick nod today. If you want to have a confession with me that you don't like goals either, or you never really even thought about it, let this be your aha moment. If you just struggle, it doesn't light you up, and you feel frustrated when December rolls around like you didn't, crush that number goal again, maybe there's something, maybe it's the wrong target. So I'm going to do a live session, I think. So comment, let me know if this is of interest, and I'll set a date up, and I'll keep you posted. Thanks all. I got to run now, pick up my kid from school. Have an awesome rest of the day, and we'll chat back soon. Bye for now.